12. I'm at 12. I don't think I've updated you since yesterday, just with a video like this. It was our first day in Yosemite. It was amazing, beautiful. The weather was great. It was perfect. Today's a little more. Today's pass boost. They're gonna go in. The plan is to get a 1 mile loop. Country meadow. That might be wrong. I don't know. I'll fill you in later. But yeah, yesterday entered the south entrance, drove all the way into the valley, went to one of the falls, took Echo on the entire walk. It was like maybe like a mile and a half or so, big loop, all paved. That's the only place he's allowed is pause on pavement, is what the rangers told me. He's allowed to go anywhere where there's pavement, he can put a ball on. Anywhere there was not, he can't. So that limits me to where I can go and whatnot. But I still had a great adventure yesterday. Tunnel view was pretty cool. I saw it when we first came into the park, and I didn't stop. But because I think I was just staring at the skyline too much. Um, Went down, explored the valley, drove around. After we did the falls, like just a little hike. I must have stopped at like half a dozen places on my way back up to Tunnel View to stop and take more photos and video and whatnot. And that'll all be in here. And so, yeah. Then I stopped at this little like gift shop place. I was hoping I could get an envelope. I got to mail something out, but unfortunately they didn't have any. And it was funny because it was connected to a post office, and the post office didn't have envelopes. United States Post Office without envelopes. That doesn't make sense. And then people were like, well, why are they failing? Well, that's why. Anyway, so after that, I came back to camp, and I think it was like, I want to say like 4 or so. And we just basically, we had dinner, had a campfire, which was really nice. Um, Echo and I walked the loop here quite a bit, but by the time we got back, Echo was just out. He was out cold. He was laying in the dirt. Wherever he could lay, he was laying down. And then we're sitting at the campfire at night after we had some snacks and stuff and hot chocolate. And he just wanted to go to bed. You could just tell. So I closed up shop probably like 9, a little after 9. I was willing to stay out to burn the rest of the wood. I think I had 2 more logs left. But hey, he wanted to go to bed. He was tired. I was down for that. Go to bed. And just watch some movies. I actually fell asleep once my head hit the pillow. I wasn't awake for too much longer, so maybe it was a good thing he dragged me in here. And then let's see, this morning I got up, had breakfast, did some cleaning, took him around the loop again. It's just one big loop. The camp's just one big loop. And now we're just getting ready to go. I cleaned myself up a little bit, changed my clothes out. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to go back to the park, so that's what we're going to do today. And then tomorrow is Sunday. It's our last day here. We have the whole day, so I'll probably do something small, like go to the park, do something quick, come back, and then kind of just rest and veg out the afternoon at the camp and relax, because Monday is a long drive. I think I go from here to Idaho's Twin Falls, Idaho, and I want to say it's going to be like a 10 to 12 hour day, and that's just going to be a lot. So I figure tomorrow will be just kind of a go do something quick at the park, come back, relax, get everything ready to go, because I'm going to get up really early on Monday morning and get moving, because I just don't want to waste it. So yeah, so Monday and Tuesday will be travel days for the most part, and then I'll be at Yellowstone. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. So if you're still listening and you haven't like skipped on to another video, stick with me and I'll keep updating you with quick, it's almost 5 minutes, 5-minute talks, and you guys will also get the video of what we did. So hey, talk to you later. Bye. On our drive up to Glacier Point, Echo was passed out in the back seat, tired from the day before, I think.
You'll see that here in the video. I got a couple pictures of them kind of sleeping on the way up. But anyway, as we drove up the twisted road through the towering pines, and we gained elevation. I think the elevation ended up being around, I think I read around 6,000 feet, 6 to 7,000 feet. The temperature also dropped up there. It was pretty cool, and it was super foggy. So when we first got up there, man, you couldn't really see anything. So while we were up there, I was kind of worried that we weren't going to get to see the views from Glacier Point. But the fog kind of lifted, and we ended up getting to see everything. We got to see Half Dome, El Cap, the whole valley. It all slowly came into view, and it was like nature was pulling the curtain back, just taking the fog away. It was really awesome to see. So you'll see all the videos from that, and a lot of just still pictures that I took, and I really enjoyed my time up there. And I want to go back. I wanted to go back the next day too, but I didn't. I just took it as that one time being up there, but I really enjoyed it. And after that time, I decided that just seeing all the sights up there, I just decided that the rest of the day was just going to be a bonus. But we decided to go into the valley after that and just have lunch, and I really enjoyed it and had a great time that day. And I'll catch up with you guys later here in the video. But for now, enjoy the video and the shots from Glacier Point, and then also our drive back down into the valley for the day. I thought that the drive actually from Glacier Point to the valley is a great one. I really enjoyed it. Actually, every day coming in through the south entrance and coming into the valley, that ride was just, I really Okay, now that we're back in the valley, I picked a nice little spot to have lunch. I really enjoyed lunch. We just did a tailgate style. I mean, I know it wasn't a Steeler game, but it was pretty cool being in Yosemite Valley having a little tailgate with me and Echo. So you'll see the pictures of us tailgating in Yosemite Valley, and then like a little bit of a walk where I explore a little bit by this water, and then also just take pictures of everything that's going on around us. It was probably one of my favorite moments. Kind of cheesy, but just kind of hanging out and doing a tailgate with my dog. It was just fun, and I really enjoyed it. But then after that, I headed back to camp to just relax, and you're gonna get a recap of that day. So just listen to what my thoughts were at that time. And I'll talk to you guys later, and I hope you like and subscribe. So I've recorded this like 4 times now because the microphone wasn't working for a couple of them, and then I got interrupted a couple times too, which is fine. But anyway, this is gonna probably be a quick version of it. So this morning I had one plan, and then the plan got derailed when I entered the park this morning. Nothing bad at all. Just that, like on our way down into the valley, there's a road that turns off to go to Glacier Point. I thought it was closed. It wasn't closed. But when you start making your way on the road, there's another road connected to that that's closed, and I believe that's what the sign was for, and I was just misreading it. So anyway, made our way up to Glacier Point. We stopped at this one stop that's like right before it to just check it out because it was a pull off and it looked like a nice place to check out. It's still like really overcasty and cold this morning, so you really couldn't see anything. Like the fog was just, it was pretty bad. But I thought, what the heck, let's push up the glacier and maybe it'll open up. Well, it did. So we got up there and it opened up and you could see everything. It was pretty incredible. I spent a lot of time just walking back and forth and taking pictures and a little bit of video and looking at things. And I got up to the edge at one point and looked down, and we're like 7,000 feet down to the bottom of the valley. And I'm like, had to step back, regain my composure, and then I was fine after that. But it was just cool. And then I turned and got Echo, and we walked him around, got him some more exercise, and then we started back down the mountain, back into the valley. I made a stop at the place we stopped right before Glacier Point again because it obviously opened up. You could see a lot better, and did that and took a few more pictures and videos there. And from there, we went down, and I was gonna stop and do one of the falls. There's like a half-mile hike to a fall with Echo because it was, I think, believe it's paved, but the line to get into the parking lot and everywhere around there, even outside on the road, there's like no place you could park. So I just pushed on to uh, Yosemite Valley, and we found a place to picnic. We just did a tailgate style, and we got to meet some people, talk to um, a couple different people. There was also a group of boys. It looked like a boys' camp. They're running around picking up garbage, and then yeah, so we did that. We swung around, and then made our way back to camp here, which where we had dinner, and now we're just chilling out and relaxing, having a last flower tonight. All right, we'll talk to you later.